Hello, Assalamualaikum. Hi. Hi, Sep. Wait. Can you hear? We can test. Hello. Assalamualaikum. I cannot hear you. Huh? Oh, maybe you have to set. You try to setting. What happened? Uh, Kak, Dr. Izzati. Eh, Okay, how about now, Seb? I think because I need to allow you to allow the
Yeah,
camera and
now I can
yeah,
hear you, Lena.
yes, it's working. How about your camera?
I think
Okay.
the camera should be all right. Yeah.
All right. So how about the slide? You will share or we have to I mean our team will share it.
Yeah, my camera I cannot turn. You see me?
No. Disable camera, disable. Hmm. It
Maybe my
doesn't
camera is
work.
disabled on your side.
We cannot see you.
Can you enable my camera?
Already. Wait, let me try again. Allow camera. I allow
Yeah,
now.
now it should be all right.
No.
You see me now?
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Hey,
Okay, hi.
hey,
How are
Lena.
you
Assalamu
doing?
alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum salam. How are you doing?
Good, good. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, they are joining. The student keep joining.
Perfect,
We can
perfect.
wait for
I'll
them.
wait. Okay.
So you are in the office?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah. And I
Okay.
hope this noise doesn't bother you guys. There's a concert, something going on behind the building.
Concert?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's
That's
something going
great.
on behind the building. I don't know what is. What is it?
I see. I see. No, we didn't hear anything. It's fine.
Yeah,
By the way, how about the slide? Will you share by yourself or
yeah,
you
that's fine
want
with me. I can share it.
yeah, you can try maybe because I already assigned you as a presenter. You should be
That's actually
able
true.
to I think you should be able to share.
That's very true.
Okay. Where is Oh, my colleague not yet joined. Actually, this class I didn't teach for this semester. So my team actually they have three lecturers who teach this
Okay.
subject. So I just help them to find a speaker for this course. Previously, I used to teach this subject, but
I see.
this semester I teach another subject for elective and also
Perfect.
master.
Perfect.
Yeah. So actually, I'm not supposed to be here, but just because I think you will what ask about me, so I just joined with them.
Oh, I
And
see.
but I part of the team because I'm the one who find the speaker and so on. So we have like a special lecture, collaborative
Yeah.
teaching. What I call it's like one special lecture every semester. Most of the course invite will invite another speakers, either university or from industry. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Let me increase the volume a little bit because
it's fine.
do you guys hear me properly?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Mm, it's
Take
fine.
control.
Give control. Okay. Would like to control this computer. My computer? How?
No,
Wait a
no,
moment.
no. Take control of the,
So I need.
the Teams
Wait
meeting.
a moment. Wait a moment. How can I do that? I need to set it. Wait a moment. Setting the privacy. Oh, so it's working or not for you to? I don't know.
No, I just want to take control so I can share. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I think you gave me that.
I think you can just share it. Oh, I stop sharing. Is it? If I stop
Yeah,
sharing,
no. I
okay.
think that
You
should be fine. So in this case, I can. Where should let me
you
see where should I
you
share
go
the.
to share and then window or screen anything.
Hmm.
Is it
Gallery chat people. Why I don't have the option to share screen?
on top? You see the button share right next to the microphone.
I don't have it. It's
Yeah.
disabled. I think you need to give me access.
Oh really? I think
Yeah.
I've done it. Wait a moment. Let me try again. How can I? How can I? If not, then I'm the. Did you add anything? It's online, right? So I don't know why I cannot share with
Yeah,
you.
you can actually take over. That should be fine with me. You can share
Then
yours.
yeah. So it's. I think I'm the one who have to share that. Okay. Where is it? Did you change the what the font?
No, I haven't changed anything.
Oh really? But it looks weird. Or maybe I mistakenly. Oh, it's changed with it. Yeah, photo. I don't know. Suddenly the page is different. Okay, I try to share. Yeah, I have to
Perfect.
start to share. Wait a moment. Can we see?
No, you haven't shared yet.
I share it. Oops. And let me try again. I
Because I
don't
still
know.
see you. I
I
still see you on the
yeah,
webcam.
yeah, yeah. Wait. I try to the Microsoft is like quite I would say new for us for me because I always use Zoom actually. Wait a moment. Where is it? I cannot see my window. Eh, eh. Hmm. Dr. Izati, are you there?
Yes,
Is it
yes.
possible for you to share the wait, oh, I think it works. How about now? Everyone can see the screen?
Yeah.
Yes?
No, I see you instead.
Why
Fine.
you cannot see? I share already. Everyone can see it.
It's a blind.
Blank?
Can you check with your students? Can you check with your students if they can confirm?
Oh, hello everyone. Oh, because they cannot
Huh?
see, they have. I have to allow the mic for them actually. Mute all.
Oh,
Oh
mute
no,
all.
no. Unmute because some of all of them. I need to allow the microphone, the camera, and so on. I don't know why. I don't know why it's a setting like this. So who's there? Muhammad. Uh,
Amirul? Amirul boleh dengar tak?
no. Everyone need to allow. Dr. Izzati, can you allow the microphone for them?
Isabel.
Huh? I mean,
Allow
allow.
microphone.
Yeah, allow microphone. They are still mute, but we need to allow them. Otherwise, they cannot. They cannot use. I think, even though when we ask them to even allow the camera as well. Later, you admit everyone. Eh?
Yeah.
And how about the screen? Nur Aisha, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, can you see the screen, the slide?
No, I cannot.
You
Oh.
cannot. What happened?
We see you, Lena.
Oh my
Instead of your
God.
picture, the screen would come.
Ah, Dr. Izzati, can you share? Maybe it works for you. I'm not sure. Is it maybe because of my laptop? I'm not sure.
Oh, the link. Sekejap.
Yeah, the link I share already, no? It's not? Oh, okay. Then I have to share with you again. Sorry,
mm,
sorry. I don't know. Maybe I think my computer. Before this, I used to it, so I don't know what happened. Sorry for it. Wait a moment. Um, copy. Wait, I give a link for the public view. Create public view. I share with you, Dr. Izzati.
okay.
I hope you can share it. I send you in the WhatsApp. Okay. I try to stop sharing and oh, I close phone. Okay, stop sharing. Okay.
Not yet received.
In the WhatsApp now.
Wait.
Tak dapat?
Dekat phone ada tapi dekat web WhatsApp tak masuk kejap.
Alamak.
Loading. Not sure why. Is it
Yep.
because of the connection?
Yes. It just like cut off just now. Wait. Let me.
Yeah, still loading.
Maybe
I try to share. Is it use the previous link for the Canva? So I'll try to open the previous link.
Yeah, but wait. It's okay. I share you now. I think it works now. Is it working? The link? Latest one.
Not yet received in the WhatsApp. Web WhatsApp.
Refresh.
Try to refresh. Because I think of the network connection is not good.
You see, loaded for Malaysia. Don't be surprised, huh? Even in the
It'll be all right.
university also we having a
I
problem
don't
with the
care.
line. My one is okay, but my colleague always say that they have a problem with the line. I don't know why.
Can you give me permission to share my screen?
Yeah,
Because
I
my
don't know.
share
Ah,
option is disabled, so I
I
assume.
I'm trying. I don't know where. I'm trying to find it. Why I cannot allow you to. I don't know why. Wait, I try again to find yours.
Oh, how to share the screen? I try.
Wait, let me check. I don't know why I cannot allow you. There is no function for me to. Mm.
Is it? You can see
Yeah.
now?
Yes, it works. With you,
Yeah,
it
now it
works.
works.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to my laptop. I don't know. Okay, so how many students? Zati.
So supposedly 175.
Really? Where are they?
Supposedly
You should keep
because
remind them.
because we have like 7 groups.
All right. Okay. So how long do you want to give them a time, or we should start?
I think we can start. Is it we can record this special
Eh,
lecture?
I think it's already recorded, but
Oh, okay.
knowing my laptop is full. I mean, OneDrive is full. Even the previous one, I cannot download the. I mean, I cannot get the recorded.
Oh, okay.
I need to clear the data, So it's okay. Still is recorded, but yeah, the student keep joining. I think we should
Mm-mm.
start now.
Yeah.
Lena, do you mind if I ask how many participants do we have?
100 supposed to be,
Okay.
but you see the numbers. You can see the attendees, right?
Yeah, we still have 32 people.
Is coming. Like they are. I don't know why the
Okay.
student, even though online also late, physical class also late. I'm not sure why.
Well, I don't blame them. It's early in the morning.
Actually, no, it's not early in the morning. It's 9. We do have a class at 8.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so 9 is fine. I already give a tolerance times. Okay. I think it's fine. It's already like more than 30, I suppose.
Mm.
Yeah. So please remind all the other friends to join class. I think Dr. Izati will take the floor to start. Is it okay?
Yeah, I think we can start now.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome to our special lecture for today, ECM566 Construction Project Management. Hi, Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. So I'm the lecturer of this course, but we do have the other students from seventh group. So I'm teaching the other three groups. Okay, welcome to our guest lecture. Okay, our speaker, Mr. Serbat Lodin. Okay, so he's uh, the best friends of our lecturer Dr. Lina. Okay, so although Dr. Lina is not teaching this subject this semester. Okay, so this special lecture is for the topics related to the project management role and responsibility of a project manager. So we do have this special lecture today. Okay, we have Mr. Subhat Lodin to share with us his experience, okay, in managing the constructions project. But we do have here the case study in the United States. Okay, so uh, I think a little bit about Mr. Subhat Lodin. So Mr. Subhat Lodin have the experience and his educations in civil engineering. Okay, so and then he has a master of engineering, construction engineering and infrastructure management from AIT, which is the same university with Dr. Lina. Okay, and I think Mr. Subhat, you have a double master because I
That's correct. I also have another
master,
master.
yeah,
I
another
also have
master.
another master degree in structure design from
Oh, okay.
University of Hartford here in the
Uh,
US.
in US, and then you are practicing there. So
Uh, That's correct. Yes,
yeah, okay. So now you are managing the road transportations project, right?
that's correct. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So can we start now? So without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Subhat Lodin to share his experience. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Noor.
Welcome.
This is Sebgat Lodin. I've been working actually here in the US for the last 10, 11 years, and mostly construction projects. And I've been involved in uh, a few big construction projects, and I also was involved in structure design of bridges and roadways. So for me, I have actually. I was involved in both design of the roadways and bridges, and now I'm in the construction of roads and bridges. But today, uh, as you guys see on the slides, I'm going to be sharing my experiences and how we manage these big construction projects, the complexities of these projects, and also the best practices of the road transportation in the United States. As you all know that every country and every projects, especially in different countries, we have different hurdles and complexities, and also we have different issues with it, and uh, the way we manage it is also important. I'm sure there are different cultural backgrounds that is involved in managing all these projects, and also the best case studies that we also do to manage all these projects and successfully complete them is very important for us. As you all are in construction management students, we all know that finishing these jobs or these big construction projects within time, cost, quality, that's a big thing. And that's actually normal all over the world. No matter which country you're working, it's the same thing. Cost, time, quality. So we make sure actually that everything is our projects are also completed within those three big criteria that we always focus on. As you guys see, my professional background, I'm I there's a big requirement here in the United States that anybody who graduates from university as a civil engineer, mechanical or electrical, we have to go through a very serious exam, which is an 8-hour exam. We have to sit. It's a government exam. We have to pass it, and we have to get our license. We call it a registered engineer, which is and then they're going to issue us our professional license, which is PE, professional engineering license. We all have to have in order to actually step up in your career to manage these projects. As a project manager, as a resident engineer, as a project engineer, you have to have that license in order to be trusted by the government, by these construction companies, in order to manage these projects. So currently I'm working as a project manager on one of these big projects. We have almost like 10 miles of roadway, which is a 5-lane highway on each side. So in total, we have 10 lanes of highway, 10 miles in length, and also within these 10 miles of roadway, we have 18 bridges, big, long span bridges. We have some bridges that are 21 spans. So what are we doing is actually we are completely renovating all those bridges and renovating the roadway itself as well. So as you see my background, as you guys can see my background from 24 to 25, big precast. We were mostly focused on pre-stressed and post is a very good technology in my opinion, especially when it comes to bridges, parking lots, big parking lots, wind floors, also building projects. Precast and post-tension concrete is very vital, and it's actually an excellent choice to use them in those construction projects for bridges and also parking lots, and mostly hospitals and some commercial buildings. We always use pre-stress and post-tensions. So I worked from 2014 to 2015 in California as a project manager, and then I moved to Northeast United States, which is New York and Connecticut. They're different states.
Is it line okay? I cannot hear anything.
I can see, I can hear your voice, but not Mr. Seberat.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Sepp, we cannot hear you.
So I think we are okay, right? Because I can
I
hear
think
your
we are
voice.
okay. Uh-huh. We cannot hear you, Mr. Sepp. Hello.
He's
Oh,
lost
I think he's out, right?
up already.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I think the
And
line, what happened?
yeah, I don't know. We do have this kind of problem always.
Okay, everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
What happened? Your line's problem? Hello, Seb. Yeah, I think it's not here.
I already admit Mr. Step just right
Oh,
now.
yeah, me too.
Okay.
But I don't know where. Oh, we still have to allow the mic and allow the camera. Sorry. Seth,
Oh.
what happened? Okay, now I allow you back.
Oh,
I thought
perfect. Hey guys,
no,
sorry. I don't know
what?
why I lost the connection.
I think I thought only us, so now you also having the
No,
problem.
for some reason, I lost the connection. I
Oh
don't know.
yeah,
I'm sorry
that's
for that.
fine. That's okay.
So
So
I was in the middle of actually explaining
okay.
my career, that where I was. So from
Can
2015 to
you turn
2019,
on
I
the
worked as a
camera?
bridge
Sorry.
designer. I designed so many bridges, including single span, multi span. Actually, the longest bridge that I designed, it was a 5-span bridge, uh, which was a precast and also a combination of precast and steel roll beams. Oh, very expensive bridges. For not, you guys know that the cost of infrastructure here in the US is a little bit on the upper side compared to some other countries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Compared to some other countries, and that actually gave us quite a bit of uh, responsibility to work even
Yeah.
more safer, more precisely, that we make sure that everything is done accordingly. Especially since last couple of years, we had a few incidents here in the U.S. that bridges collapsed. One of the major incidents was in Florida International University. There was a pedestrian bridge and that collapsed over the highway and crushed 8 or 9 cars. That was a big turnaround in our design procedures as well, that we had to overlook our design procedures, make sure that everything is done properly. So we have our challenges. Every project have their challenges, and we actually make sure that everything is done properly, and the way we manage them is also important, because the budget for every project is set. We actually make sure that we are working within the budget and the timeline of every project. And also our responsibility is that the clients that we are involved in the project, we make sure that they are happy with our end results, because at the end of the day, any projects that we work, if the client is not happy, and when we are closing out the project and transferring the responsibility or the product to our clients, so there would be a lot of complication which might happen there too. And also from 2019 until now, I've been working as a project manager with M&J Engineering PC. It's a private company, and we are heavily involved in local and also international transportation management systems, which is we are involved in highways, bridges, tunnels, underwater tunnels. We have a few projects that we are working on, and that actually is one of the fields that I was always interested in. Even though when I was a student in AIT doing my master's, that was one of my goals, to become a project manager in one of these big multi-million dollar complex projects. And actually, I happen to uh, really manage those projects right now, and it gives me a good edge over some of the competitors that we are actually very successful in implementing and also managing these projects. We may go to the next slide, please. Yeah, as you guys see the introduction, so we would like to, in this talk, I would like to explore, and also I'm open to your questions as well. We're discussing the complexities of managing road projects here in the United States, and also sharing the best practices with you guys, which is procurement, also the risk management, the schedule control, communications, and also the delivering of these projects on timely manner, which is very important here for us, especially when it comes to public transportation. There is a lot of people involved, especially in the northeast of the United States. The population is extremely high. Only New York is a small state compared to some other states. It has 20 million population. And the culture here in the United States is at least every household has 2 to 3 cars. and we in the US we don't have a mass transportation system. That's not involved very well. So considering the lack of mass transportation, people are always using their own personal cars, and every household has at least 2 to 3 cars. So imagine the volume of the cars on the roads every day. So that actually gives us a very critical edge, that any project that we start, we have to finish it on time, and we make sure that the end users or the commuters every day is not affected as much as possible. So that's one of the things that we always try to overview these transportation projects before we started, and make sure we do a lot of studies as well, that how to lower the impact of impacting the life of the commuters. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be actually sharing some of the experiences that I've been doing it, and also the challenges on these projects. That what are the challenges, which it actually includes so many challenges from different point of view in social life, in economic life, in political aspects of it. We have so many challenges with these projects, and also I'm going to be sharing the list of the projects and the experiences that I have over the last 12 or 15 years. And at the end, we're going to be sharing the best practices of these projects with you guys. Yeah, that's the overview. The overview, as you guys see the slides, and we have 50 states in this country, and every state have their own specification. Every state have their own standards, because if you see, the population is more accumulated toward the east, which is New York and Connecticut, all those states, and these states are seismically non-active. If you go to the west side, which is California, Oregon, Texas, those areas, it's seismically actually very active. So that's why the specifications, the standards is actually different for every single state. And when we are working in these states, we have to adhere with the standards and specifications and the special provisions of all these states when we are working. And surprisingly, the culture of people are different too, because if you look at the demographic of people who lives in New York is so different than demographic in California. So we really have to actually take all these factors into account when we are going to when we are working in these states and on different projects. Some people are very, especially when we look at the weather as well. The weather in the East Coast is more cold compared to the West Coast. West Coast is more hotter. People are more actually happier. They're more calm. They are not really bothering people when you're working on the construction projects. But on the East Coast, on the other hand, if you're working in winter, if there is a slight traffic jam, people are losing their minds, and a lot of accident happens. We're gonna go through all of these. I will share all these informations with you guys. So that's the information regarding the whole country. And as I say, there's OSHA involved, there's EPA, which is Environmental Protection Administration. They are involved in all our projects. Every state have their own DOT, which we call it Department of Transportation. They are the sole owner of these projects. They are funding the jobs. They are very heavily involved. And of course, we have public-private partnerships as well. How are we managing the public-private partnership projects? There we have like so many type of contracts that we work on these jobs. Next slide, please. Yeah, these are some of actually the list of the projects, which is very abstract. I put it here from 2014, 2015. I actually mentioned earlier that I worked on a few bridges and also a hospital, which was completely built with precast panels. We would produce the precast panels in the job site in our yard and then ship it to the project site, and then our employees and the workers that we had, they would assemble everything and follow, of course, the standards, the plans, and create the hospital and build the hospital. So that's why we built a hospital actually in California. It was quite a big hospital, and it took us When I actually came to that job, I was almost towards the end of the job, but we completed that job in almost 3 years. Uh, so that was one of the usability of precast panels and also post-tension concrete, which is very effective in terms of design. It is lower cost. We don't have to have very beefy or thick beams or thick slabs. What we have is we have cables inside the concrete, and when we are building all these infrastructure or the slabs, we build it, we pour it, and at the end of the day, we tension the cables. So the tension in the cables actually induce a lot of stress on the concrete. That's how we take the compressive strength of the concrete is increasingly, it's going to go very higher. So we have a lot of tests that we actually perform on these concretes, and they work out very well. And the lifespan of every precast project or bridges that we build is minimum 60 years. So if within that 60 years we maintain these projects properly, so it's going to live even further or longer. So that's one of the usability. And then from 2015 to 2019, I was a bridge designer. I designed a lot of bridges here in Connecticut. We designed piles, different type of piles, micro piles, H piles, caissons, uh, and also we had concrete piles, which is almost like caissons, round piles. We either drill them in the ground or we drive them in the ground. So the way we drill them is we drill the ground and then we place the piles. If it's driving, so we place the pile on the ground, and there's this big hydraulic hammer keeps hammering the pile in the ground where it's supposed to be the bridge abutments. So that's how we build the piles, and then we pour the abutments on top of it, and then so many type of superstructures for the bridges. So the superstructure for the bridges is either the girders, the concrete deck over the girders, the parapets, the guide rails. We built all of these, and what I want to actually focus on in further slide is the way we manage all this construction is important, because once the designer designed these infrastructure projects or the bridges or these roadways, how we implement it in the field, how we implement the design is important, because that's where the complexity of the project starts. Because in that case, we have to deal with environmental administrations, we have to deal with the construction, we have to deal with the procurement, we have to deal with people. That's the most difficult part, because we have to deal with the local people. And also on top of it, we have to deal with the people who work on the job, because people who comes and work on the jobs is a multicultural backgrounds. And this country is actually, there's diversity in people is like extremely high. We have people from all over the world. So how would you put all these people together to work on one project? That is very important for us, because sometimes there's always disputes over simple things, because it's because of the lack of communication. Sometimes all those dispute arises. So we have to deal with all these issues in the field most of the time. And I will explain it further. From 2019 to 2022, I worked actually in one of my biggest jobs here in New York so far. That was $368 million. What we did is uh, we had like very old system from 1960s and 70s in order for the tolls. When the cars are driving over the highways, after a few miles, let's say 15 or 20 miles, they have to stop, take a ticket, and then pay it later when they are exiting the highway. So what we did, we actually started implementing a smart transportation system. So a smart transportation system is, we actually heavily involved a lot of sensors, a lot of cameras, a lot of new technologies, in transportation system that to avoid all these braking time and to avoid all the traffic jam for the vehicles to stop and take a ticket and further pay it later. I'll explain this project further later on, that how did we manage it and how the commuters are happy now from this new technology that we implemented actually on this job. And we happened to win one of the awards in the whole country for this project. And the contractor that I was involved working with, they got $12 million in bonus because they implemented so seamlessly and so perfectly with very less lower amount of issues and conflicts in the field, that we happen to be very successful. It happened to be very successful project. I will explain this further. And from 22 to 23, I was involved in another project that we completely replaced four bridges, and these four bridges actually happen to be the place where I live right now. So it was a good project. We happened to finish some of them, and then I left the project, that four bridges, and came to the project that I'm involved right now, because they needed me more on this job because of the complexity of and the issues that we have in this job. The company needed me more on this job, so I have to resign and come to this job. So I will explain further issues, that the problems that we are actually face every day. So for you guys to see in the future, when you're out of your education or universities, and when you're in the field, what to focus on and how to proceed actually, and how to evolve your career further in the future. Next slide,
Oh,
please.
sorry, Seb. You should explain your photo. What is the special about your hat?
Oh yeah, this is
Yeah.
yeah. So actually, Lena pointed out a good thing. So this hat that you guys see, it's actually an OSHA approved hat. Because in the United States, as I mentioned earlier, it's a multicultural country, and we have people from all over the world living in this country. So this is the culture of people who live in the south of the country. We call them cowboys. So cowboys, like 100 or 200 years ago, they were managing these large cattles, a lot of cows and bulls. They used to take them to the mountains or the deserts to uh, just feed them. So this was the hat that they used to use in order to protect them from the sun in their eyes and ears and neck. But that culture still remains, and now people use it as a fashion. So when we are using it as a fashion, but some people use it in OSHA, or like in construction projects, and then OSHA got involved in it, because OSHA is very active in the United States. Actually, I'm also certified OSHA inspector as well. I have my 10 hours OSHA
Yeah.
class. I have my 30 hours OSHA certification as well, which is it's one of the things that we take OSHA completely seriously. And
Mhm.
if any of the engineers or workers in the field do not have at least a 10-hour OSHA certificate, I do not allow them to step foot on my projects.
Oh, that's great.
Because if something happens and they do not have enough knowledge on how to deal with the construction projects that we have, God forbid if they step on something and then they fell in a hole or over the bridge, it's collateral damage. It's almost fatal. So this guy probably have a family, and the whole family is gonna get ruined. And on top of it, if any fatal accident happens here on our projects in the U.S., our project gets completely shut down. It's getting completely shut down, and then the court gets involved, and people gets to court, and there's going to be a lot of issues that's going to come with it. So I happen to actually have this hat, and one of the superintendents who is involved in the construction of this project with me, he also had the same hat. And then he was requested me, hey, can we take a picture? I was like, yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
class, this the safety helmet is a very unique one, yeah. So I was surprised
Yeah,
also
it's
when he
very
told me.
unique, and it's actually OSHA approved hat as well.
Yes.
It's the same
Yeah.
hat that you guys see on normal days on the construction guys, head. This is exactly the same, and it's as strong as those construction hard hats, and it's OSHA approved. So it's a little brief experience that we had over there. And the jacket that I'm wearing, this was an approved jacket from my company, which was actually New York State Thruway Authority. That anybody who was involved in projects, we have to wear orange. So all our contractors, subcontractors, and this project, which is actually you guys see the $368 million project from 2019 to 2022. I was involved. This picture is from that project. We had over, I think, easily 30, 35 subcontractors on this job, and we had four big construction companies who was involved to complete this job, and we worked actually days and nights to complete this project, and everybody was very happy. The contractors got a big bonus, which I mentioned earlier, $12 million, and they were extremely happy that they got this money out of nowhere. And we finished the job 6 months actually before the schedule. That was one of the success points or success factors completing this job for me. And surprisingly, the company owner that I work with, uh, he called me last week. He was like, Seb, I was in a meeting with the Thruway Authority last week. And imagine, even after four years that we completed, or 3 years we completed this job, they told him that we still remember Seb. I think when the next project starts, you should bring him back to us. Even though I'm completely working in a different state, they're still actually looking for me to come work with them. But they were very
Yeah.
good people. I treated them very well, and I actually helped all the contractors to complete the job within
Oh,
the
that's good.
time. Actually, a time in advance, we completed the project 6 months ahead of time, and also everything went well. So that was a good experience I had from that job.
That's
Maybe we
great.
can move on.
Seb, why don't you turn on your camera so that
For some
my
reason, it's not turning on. It says it's
oh really?
disabled.
I don't know.
Or you're not allowed, Dr. Lina?
No,
You said
already.
already.
I
Okay.
yeah, I already allow. But yeah, maybe he can try again. You can try again.
You see me?
Yes.
All right, perfect, perfect.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. So, and this is the picture that you guys see. This is also from one of that project that I mentioned earlier from 2019 to 2022. This is that project, and we had a lot of challenges on this job. We had a lot of technical issues, and the contract type that we were actually involved in, it was a design build project. So, excuse me. One of the good thing about design build projects in the US is if an issue arises in the field and we have a problem in the field, we tend to do a brainstorming in the field. The project manager, the construction manager, we have inspectors in the field, and also, of course, we have different project managers from the subcontractors, the contractor side. So we all brainstorm and solve the issue and do the job right away. And then what would happen is when we had these issues, we propose a solution, we do the job, and then on the same day or the same night, I send an email to the designer that, hey, Raj, or hey, Lena, there was an issue in the job site, and this is how we solved it. Please update the plans accordingly. And then the designers would just update the plans right away. And the system that we have, we would upload it in the system, and all the subcontractors, all the contractors, the government, the public people who were involved, everybody would have access to the changes, and they would see it right away. So that's how we actually uh, took care of a lot of issues here in the field. But as you guys see the slide, the key challenges in the roadway projects, we have so many challenges on the roadway projects every day, and the most of them is the one of the major one that I probably faced in almost all of my projects was the lack of skilled laborers. There's like issues that we have lack of skilled laborers that on the project that I am right now. we hire engineers that they are coming from British Columbia, from Canada, all the way from the other side of Canada, because we do not have enough engineers here in the US, even though when we are putting advertisements for the jobs, there's not enough people to hire them. So, and then we put advertisements, international advertisement, at least for Mexico and Canada, because these are the two closest neighbors that we have, and then we hire people from those countries. But sometimes, most of the time, we face challenges, and then when you hire people from international community or international background, then it comes with cultural issues as well, because the culture is different, the way they speak is different, communication issues are getting involved, and then we've faced so many problems, but we happen to actually tackle on or solve those issues one by one as we go on the project. So, and also we also have a lot of, especially with the inflation these days in the country or all over the world, we have a lot of fluctuating cost issues in the country. We have supply chain issues in the country, and sometimes we have planning issues as well that we face, schedule overruns, or uh, sometimes the critical paths doesn't meet. We have to get together with the contractor, propose a new solution, and move the way in order to push the project within that agreed timeline, to finish it with that agreed timeline. Otherwise, as I said, these are transportation projects, and there's over probably millions of people are using or driving their cars over these roads and bridges every day. If we don't finish them or open the lanes every day when we finish the construction, or let's say if we close a road and we don't finish the bridge or the road on time, there's like millions of people are getting stranded, and they don't know, like, we have to find a solution to provide for them. So that's why there's so many challenges in the construction projects, but everything comes with a proper planning. If we have proper planning, that we normally, before starting the projects, we tend to do a complete study, at least 6 to 1 year. Uh, we do case studies on those projects. We happen to have a good count of, we call it ADT, annual traffic or driving traffic count. So we do count all the traffic, that how many cars are passing over this road, what time of the day the cars are passing, what's the peak hour, what's the lowest amount of cars that's passed during the day. So that's how we schedule our work, based on those. So we try to actually find solutions at least 6 to a year before we start the construction projects, in order to at least tackle the issues of having so many traffic jams. That's one of the issues. And then we have stakeholders on the jobs, which is included the government. Well, most of the projects, the transportation projects here in this country, are funded by the federal government and then the state government. We call it federal state funded projects, which the state and the federal government normally provides at least uh, 80% of the budget for the projects, and the state provides 20% of the projects. Sometimes we have issues, complications in the funding, and if there's not, all the permits are not properly filled out, and then the federal stops funding the projects. And then how are the way we are going to tackle those issues? How should we do all the permits before we even start the projects? Because in this country, permits, there's like millions of permits that we have to fill out, the applications for every single jobs that we do. And we have completely for most of our projects, and especially in the beginning, we set up a team completely uh, biased, or completely to take care of all the permits, because there's permits involved with the environmental, there's permits involved with the water, there's permits involved with the uh, exhaust fumes, the construction projects are the construction vehicles are using. How should we take care of? There's like so many permits involved in our construction projects. Even though when the federal government allows us to move on, but we still get so many issues. But we take care of those permits for them. And then the most important thing that is which is very, I always take it to the heart, is the poor communication on the job site. Communication, because we have different group of people working from different they have different working styles, and then if they do not communicate properly together on the job site. For example, let me tell you guys a story that on one of my projects, we were putting fiber optic cables along the highway in order to install we call it VMS, or DMS boards, digital messaging boards, in order to alert the commuters that, hey, from this exit to this exit, or from this mile point to this mile point, there's an accident, or so we're digitally informing the commuters that, hey, this is what's happening on the road. So they are already aware that what's going to happen like 10 miles from now. So we were putting the fiber optic cables, and then a group of the workers were digging the trenches for them. The other group was laying out the cables, and then we had another group that was compacting it. So they were not communicating properly. So one of the group, they start digging the trench, but they didn't supply. We had a supply issue. They did not supply the fiber optic cables in order to lay them in the trench. And we happened to have a big rain, and all the trench were flooded for the rain, and then they collapsed. So these are the issues that we see every day. If we do not communicate properly, if we have a supply chain issue, what are we going to do? Why would we schedule digging the trench before, if we do not have the material in the job site? So there's like so many factors that are involved in even a very small activity on the job, which is there's fiber optic cables, laying them in the trenches, a very minuscule compared to those big activities. So this is one of the issues that we had. And then, of course, all the problems comes to my table, that how are we going to do it? And then you have to communicate, you have to call the suppliers that, hey, where is my fiber optic cables? Why it is delayed? What is the financial ramification for it? If I do not get my equipment on time and the trench is already dug, I'm going to lose money on the projects. At the end of the year or end of the project, it looks bad on me as a whole team. So these are the issues that we deal with it every single day. And the way we take care of it is by proper planning. And from that day, I told the whole team that if we are going to the job site, these three teams are involved with digging the trench, laying out the fiber optic cables, and also compacting. So if those three teams do not communicate with each other, we are not doing that activity. And even, God forbid, that activity impacts our critical path schedules. That's even worse. So there's so much involved in it, and we have to take care of all these activities one by one. But good thing that most of the time, if we communicate properly with our subcontractors, with the contractor, with the suppliers, things happen to move very smoothly. But communication, again, is a very big factor in all of our projects. So as we mentioned, procurement, most of the time we have indirect procurements, because we have different types of procurement. We have direct procurement, we have indirect procurements, we have sometimes the government agencies are involved in our procurement. So there's a lot of things that impact our procurement style. But most of the projects that we are involved in, it's indirect procurement. We are buying it from a third party, that the third party is importing it from some different countries, either from China, Canada, Mexico, from all over the world. Our supplies are coming. But in this country, in the United States, most of the time we have issues of restrictions because of all these tariffs, the tariffs that we have placed on different countries here in the US. We have restrictions of using material from different countries. For example, in my projects, especially in northeast of the US, we are not sanctioned, we are not allowed to use steel that's coming from China, that's coming from Vietnam, that's coming from some of the Asian countries. If we use those steel, we are getting fined. And in some cases, I remember that I was not involved in the projects. Some of the projects got stopped, completely stopped, because they were using banned material, the steel that was coming from China, because there's a reason there's material use restrictions in this country, is because US is trying to use their own material that is being fabricated in this country. If we are using material, especially steel, the US was one of the biggest producers or exporter of steel. If we are using Chinese, then we have people who is going to be out of work in our factories. So that's why there's a lot of restriction, even when it comes to, for example, sensors that we are using in the piles of the bridges. There's so many restrictions that we cannot use. But whenever we are ordering material for our projects, we have a certificate for every material. We have, as a project manager, especially me, I'm very picky in details. I always check the details of every single material that we are using. I always ask for the material certificate. When I see the material certificate, I already know what are the restrictions, and we have the specifications in front of us. So if the material is not up to the standards, or which is in the specs, in the material certs, we just do not accept it. We say, hey, these materials are not accepted in our projects. Please send us different type. And I send them the specs that, hey, these are what we require in our projects. If you have any products that is in line with what we use on the project, please send us. Otherwise, we are going to go to a different vendor. So there's a lot of minimal issues, but if we do not take care of it down the road, it causes big problems with us. For example, on this project, if you see the crane is picking up this whole giant bridge, on the sides you see the columns. Under those columns, there are giant piles in the ground, so which is probably 45 to 35 to 45 meter deep in the ground, and the diameter is almost like 2 to 3 meters. They're big piles in the ground, and under those piles we use I remember we had at least 9 to 12 sensors to see when we are pouring concrete, to check if there's any cavities, if there's any issues in the concrete. So, and we are using a lot of sensors for those. So if the sensors are not per specs or per standards that we use on this job, even though the project is completed, then the government is not going to accept the project from us, because they said you used the material which was not approved for this project. So there's a lot of issues down the line would arise if we do not adhere with the requirements of the government. So, and then supply chain issues, we have it. If especially for the last couple years, we have been facing a lot of supply chain issues, especially in this country. When the COVID hit, especially when COVID hit, this project was moving on very fast, and then we happened to cancel a couple of our bridge projects because we did not have enough girders on the project. Literally the suppliers could not supply us material because of the COVID, because there were so many restrictions of how many people can work around each other. There was a time in New York that there was not more than 2 people were allowed to work together. If there was 3 people, it was not allowed. So we face so many supply chain issues sometimes, especially when there's a war somewhere in the world. We cannot get our products on time, and then we have to find for a different vendors. So these are the issues that we always, as a project managers, as a construction managers, as a resident engineers, we always look for these issues, how to solve them. And then communication barriers, we already discussed it, that this country, again, there's like so diverse country. We have people from Vietnam, we have people from Malaysia, we have people from Middle East, we have so many people from Africa, we have people from Mexico or Latin America. They speak Spanish, and some of them do not even speak English. So how are we actually coming up, discussing or communicating some of the issues with them? Right now on my project, on this project that everybody's working, I'm here in the office. We have a team of people who are working on the bridges, the bridge decks. They're removing the concrete because it's bad concrete, and we're putting new concrete. So on the bridge decks, normally there's a team of Brazilian guys. They are from Brazil. They're working on it. Except one person in the team, nobody else speaks English. So if he is not on the job site, me as a project manager or like my engineers, because I have 8 or 9 engineers in the field to monitor their work, how are they going to communicate with them? And then they're going to come to me that, hey, we have this issue, and then we're going to take care of it. I'm going to call their superintendent or their boss that, hey, we have this issue. We need to take care of it right now or today. Because if the concrete is poured, we have to come back and dig that concrete. So I normally try to help, even though they are subcontractors or they're prime contractors, I normally try to help them to take care of the issues beforehand. If the concrete is poured and we do not take care of the issues, then tomorrow night they have to come and remove the concrete. So there's a cost involved in it, there's a time involved in it, there's people's feeling involved in it, and then all of a sudden you see
Mr.
there's an
Sab,
unwanted conflict in the team, because they can always tell, hey, you guys could have told us beforehand. But see, these are the
Mr.
issues that
Sab,
comes with communication barriers.
Mr. Sab,
Excuse me?
can we change the link to Google Meet, because it will end now, because we set until 10 a.m., right?
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
so I will stop here the slide and we join the link for Google Meet.
I share already
Absolutely.
in the WhatsApp. Sorry, in the Messenger. In the Messenger, you can see the link.
Oh, I see
Okay,
that, yeah.
so all of us, please change to the Google Meet, because this will be end, I think, soon. Or they will continue. Or later once. How Dr. Izati, because now I can see the recorder is 1 hour 25
Plus, right?
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think just stay until it cut off, then we move. Is it okay? Just to
Absolutely.
let
That's
us
fine with
know.
me.
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just continue.
Next slide, please.
But no worries, we have 3 hours actually for this class. So you
Okay.
can
Okay.
talk
Good
a
to know
lot.
that, because I thought we have only 1 hour,
No,
so I
no,
was
no,
like
no,
worried
no,
that I
no.
talked too
No,
much.
no, 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 no. We want to
Yeah.
hear that
Yeah.
actually. So
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
worries.
No worries.
Okay.
No worries. So again, the roles and responsibility of a project manager on these jobs. So literally, when a project is handed to you, everything is your responsibility. There is not a certain set of responsibilities that, oh, you take care of this, you do not worry about this issue, you only worry about this issue. So if you really or if you're, as a person, you're a good project manager, everything in the project that happens is your responsibilities. You really have to be on top of your game. This is what we say in the US, on top of your game. It means that you need to know everything about your project. And knowing everything about your project, it means everything is your responsibility in the project. So you really have to like be there at to answer questions if the issues arise. If the conflict arise, you have to be there to resolve conflicts. If there's a supply chain issue, you have to be there to find a solution, how to tackle or how to solve those issues. If there's a quality control issue, you have to know the plans, the specs, the standards, the special provisions, how to manage the quality issues. If there's a reporting issue, documentation issues, you need to be already experienced enough or smart enough to find solutions for these issues. That's why I say everything in a project is your responsibility. And then when it comes to legal terms, of course, not everything is your responsibility. Of course, you have a set of responsibilities, but in order to finish the project successfully on time and on quality, you need to really pay attention to your project planning, plan everything in advance. If you do not plan for success, you plan for failure. So that's an issue. So you really have to plan for successful project completion. It's always an issue. Always try to know what are the scope of the projects. You should know what are your tasks, what are the work activities that are involving. You need to monitor the schedule every single day and make sure by the end of the day the schedule is met. If it's not, then you have to find uh, you have to find ways how to meet that target in the schedule. So that's a big issue. And also, of course, you also should know how to properly distribute the resources on your project. For example, the other night, normally I'm here in the office, but I just go out and check the project just once a night. When Lena was here, I gave her a tour of one of my project. So normally I go out and check the projects. I drive around to see what are the issues. I happen to see two crush trucks, which is this is involved with the traffic management of the project. I happen to see two crush trucks or attenuated trucks parked right up behind each other. And then I called the contractor. I told them, Matt, what's the problem? Why do I have two attenuated trucks parked right behind each other? And I have to pay at the end of the night at least 10 hours for each attenuated trucks. Why do I have to pay you two attenuated trucks instead of one? Because you parked two right there. And then Matt took action right away. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll send one of them off the side because, and then I told him, you're not going to get paid for one because it's redundant. So these are the issues that you really know how to allocate your resources on the project. If you don't really have the eye to see the issues, then your project is gonna go overrun the cost. Your cost is gonna be more, and then how are you gonna come up with extra money in order to pay for that? Because when we are overrun the budget, then we have to request changes, request for more money. And then that when you go into the process of requesting for more money on the job, that's a very tedious procedure. They are going to ask you questions. You have to justify every single item that you go on the project. That why do you need more money for this, and you have to have answer for every single one of them. That's why I would rather take care of the project within the budget, within the time, within the quality, rather than going and asking for time extension, budget overrun, or God forbid if there's a quality issue. If there's a quality issue, you lose time, you lose cost, and now you have to do it again. So that's why I always try to focus. Always, this is my thing. I always tell my engineers, they are in the field right now. I always tell them that quality is number one for us. If we focus on quality, at least we are not losing time, we're not losing cost. So that's one of the things. And then once the quality is taken care of, we are focusing on the time, we are focusing on the budget, we make sure that we take care of all these other issues in the projects. So that's one of the things that project planning is very important in our jobs. The team leadership and coordination. I mentioned earlier that as a project manager, you have to be a good team leader. If there's an issue, that, for example, if there's a communication issue, if there's a conflict in the project, how, as a project manager, you should be the person that to resolve the conflict. How? That's based on your team leaderships. You should know your project better than everybody else, and you should know the people who works in your project. If there's a conflict in the project based on communication issues, you should know the backgrounds of people who works with you. For example, I have teams of Latin Americans, I have teams of Brazilians, I have team of American people, I have people who are from India, I have people who are from Pakistan, I have people from Egypt. So there are different backgrounds of people. You have to know the background, at least as a project manager. You should talk to them, see what is sensitive to in their opinion, what is sensitive in their culture. So you should not cross those boundaries. So as a project manager, again, you should be a very good team leader in order to take care of all these issues. Of course, resolve conflicts. and manage team dynamics. That's it's mentioned there. This is very important. We actually do this almost every other week. It happens to we face these issues, and we actually go on the job site. We call them. If I'm not available to go to the job site, I call each team and then take care of the issue, which at the end of the day, everybody is happy. So these are the important issues that we face every single day as a project manager. And then again, resource management, allocating resource management effectively, especially personnel. Personnel is very important. Sometimes I have the work schedule in the field is very minimal. I have 3 or 4 locations that the contractor is working, and I have 8 or 9 engineers. And there's like at least 50 to 100 workers working in the field. If I do not allocate at least human resources properly, then we're going to be behind the schedule. We're going to go over cost, over budget, all these stuff. So what happens is, if I have lesser amount of work in the field, I call my engineers, at least 4 or 5 of them, come to the field, take care of all the documentation, finish your reports, make sure the contractors or the subcontractors are paid. So at least they do not take time from the work tomorrow or next week in order to do the reports or pay the contractor. So we take care of times as we go. So this is how we take care of the issues. There's what's happening with the slides, Lena?
Dr. Izati, can you close the yeah, okay.
All right, perfect. So again, quality management. I mentioned about the quality management again. So if the quality is not done properly on the projects, that's the biggest issue. This is one of the things that I do not compromise at all. This is a non-negotiable issue. If the quality is not done according to the special provisions, specs, and standards that we have in our project, anything that we do is redundant. So we make sure that everything that we do, a bridge that we design, it's designed and now we're building it, make sure that it's done according to the standards. If it's not, the government or the people who are involved, they are not going to accept the project. So we cannot automatically, we cannot close the project. So if we cannot close the project, then it's going to go to litigation. Litigation, especially in the US, we have a culture that is heavily involved in suing each other. So they always take you to the court. They say that I give you guys this much money. Right now, there is a project that actually, sorry that I'm steering away. There's a project that one of the engineers was involved previously. They are in the court with the government. The contractor took the government to the court because there was a lot of miscommunication. They did not communicate the project properly, and there was a issue with the contract type. It was originally a design build project. Then the government changed its style to design bid build, and didn't pay the contractor properly. And then they blamed it on the quality and different issues, which is now in the court. And now the court have to decide who is the winner. So if you're not doing good job with the quality and you're over cost, over time, and the quality is bad, so you lose all 3 basic things in construction management, which is time, cost, quality. So, and that would cost you your time, your almost everything in the job, and who knows, you might end up going to jail. And this happens actually in this country. You actually happen to go to jail if you do not do your job properly. First thing, what they're going to do if something like this happens, they're going to take your engineering license. They say you're not a good engineer, and you will never be a licensed engineer again in your life if your license is taken away. If an accident happens, that uh, uh, when they are doing their research or investigation, and happens that you did not take care of the issue, and an accident happens, somebody got hurt, you will go to court and you will probably end up in jail, and they will revoke your license. So there's a lot of ramification, a lot of consequences to any actions that we take on the project. So we should know as a project manager what to do and how move forward with end up finishing good projects. Monitoring and reporting, it's very important for us, because at the end of the day, anything that we do on the job site, in construction projects, if we do not monitor and report the actual work happen in the field on time, we end up losing the track, the record of what happened. So normally every night or every day that we work in the field, the engineers have to report what happened, the quality. Give me 1 second. Excuse me. Sorry, the housekeeping was here. So this is what happens if we do not take care of the quantities, that how much work happened today, and we do not update our schedule on time, and we do not pay the contractor on time. So and then all these work is gonna pile up at the end, and then we're gonna lose the track of all the activities that happen. So normally, what we do I personally as a project manager do, that any work activity that happens on the same day, I expect report from the engineers. I expect payments from my engineers, reports. So these two are important. And if there's any quality control issues, that's also important. If there's any quality control issues, they have to note it down and give me a call as well. They have to note it down in their reports that this is the issue and this is what happened. And I have always told them that if the quality is a problem, give me a call right away, because we have to take care of the issue in the field on time. God forbid if I'm not available and they do not make a decision in the field that, and this thing happened to go for the next day, that's going to be a problem. So if there's a technical issue that we couldn't solve on the same night, then we're going to refer it to the design team, and then the design is going to, we're going to submit a change order or a request for information, RFI or something like that, and then we will change it. But we always take care of the problem in the field right away. That's one of the aspects of monitoring. If we do not monitor, if we do not document issues, and if we do not update our schedules every night, that's a problem. So we happen to do all these things every single day. And then on every 15th of the month, so every 2 weeks, we prepare the estimate and we pay the contractor. And the quantity that I have as a project manager and the quantity that there's work in the field, I compare both of them. And if there's a discrepancy in the quantities, I sit with both teams that, hey, what is the issue with the engineers and also with the contractor? Why I have discrepancies? Why the engineers reported, let's say, 1,000 cubic meters of excavation, while the contractor submitted 1,050. Where is that 50 cubic meters coming from? Why do I have to pay more if my engineers reported less? So we always take care of the issues right away. Otherwise, there's a problem with that, because we're going to go over cost. We don't want that at all. So, and also every month, at the end of the month, I print the schedule, even though we update it daily on daily basis. We have a Primavera P6 schedule for our projects. Every end of the month, I send it to all my engineers and ask them for their update. And then I incorporate all their comments and updates in a master schedule, and then report it to my scheduler that, hey, these are the changes. Please update the master schedule. So this is what we do every single month. So that's one of the biggest issues that we always face, that we have. If there's an issue, if there's any change in critical path, then we're going to have a problem at the end of the project. So we make sure that the critical path remains unchanged all the time. So we take care of that by checking the schedule every day and also updating it at the end of the month. And then problem solving. I think we already discussed problem solving and decision making. So if there is an issue in the field and we do not make a decision right away, and this lack of indecisiveness happen to be delaying the work for a week, that is a problem for us. Time equals money. A week multiplies 8 hours per day, compare it 40 hours per week, that's a lot of money on our projects, especially with so many commuters. So it's going to be an issue. So as a project manager, you have to be very bright, and also you have to be very decisive If there's an issue, you have to make a decision. Make sure check with the subcontractors, with the contractor, with the engineers. Here, listen to all the parties. Listen to all the parties. Look at the plans. Look at the specs, and make a decision which is good for everybody. And you have to be like you have to be technically on point as well. Make sure that the constructability of the issue is also important. If, for example, I propose a solution for an issue in the field and the constructability is not feasible in the field, that's not a good decision. So you have to have a good technical background in order to make decisive actions or decisive uh, uh, actions in the field. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem. The contractor would not be able to build in the field. So that's one of the things. And also problem solving. If we have a conflict in the field, normally we tend to have issues. For example, 2 weeks ago we had the armed robbery, a very high speed chase, and it happened to pass over where we were working, and this vehicle hit 5 other vehicles and blocked the whole road. The whole 5-lane highway blocked the whole highway. And then when if the road is blocked for 30 minutes or even for 10 minutes, it's going to be like 5 or 6 miles long close traffic jam. So we happen to not be able to work. And then we have to get involved with the traffic, with the police stations, with the troopers on the highway, with the law enforcement to come clear this issue and open the road for the commuters. Otherwise, our work is going to get delayed. So there's a lot of issues that happens on daily basis, but we happen to make a decision right in the field, and that happens to be, it's because we have done it so many times and we have experience on it, but this is how we learn and we do it. And then over these accidents, we have to report it to OSHA. We have to make incident reports. We have an online system. We have to go upload the report in an online system. We have to update the online system because we have a system of reporting that the whole government is connected with the contractors, subcontractors, construction managers, third parties. Everybody can see what happened to the job every day when we update the system. So that's the one thing that I really want to mention, is that our documentation is, we have this online portal that our payments, we rarely use paper and pen anymore. Everything is digitalized. Everything is online. As soon as I open the portal, I have my payments there. I have the reports there. I have the issues that happen there. I have the incident reports there. I have the conflicts that happen there. So I have everything there. I just go review things, make calls, approve reports, approve the estimates, pay the contractor. So we can do everything with our mouses on the computer. So we are barely signing anything on paper anymore. Since last 5 years, I don't even remember signing anything on paper because everything is digitalized. So this actually makes our work so much easier, which is, I think, a very good thing in our projects nowadays. Next slide, please. Yeah, so best practices I mentioned so far, I've been involved, and actually I have been involved in contract types of lump sum contract types. I've been involved in design build. I've been involved in my current project is a design bid build. So all these contract types have their pros and cons, have their good practices, and also they have bad practices as well. In my opinion, in areas where you need to finish things faster, and if you have a good team set up together, a design build project is the best case to go, in my opinion, in construction projects that I've been involved so far. And then if you have fast track projects, fast track is the easier way. You just let them finish the job and get paid, and that's it with lump sum. So these are the approaches that best approaches that we had so far. Like, I've been involved in lump sum again, design bid build. Design bid build is normally there's a design team. They design it, they send the design to the government or to the authority who have they're reviewing it. They comment on the designs, and then once it's approved, they go for bidding. They bid on the construction of the project. So once it's bid on the construction, then it goes to build. So design, bid, build, and then we have design build projects. To my experience, I had very good memories of design build projects here in the US. It's because of like the fast pace. We tend to finish the project faster, on time, on budget, and we can always do the changes on the project. So if there's any issues on the design, we make a decision in the field, we change it, we do the job, and then we send it to the design. Hey, change your design based on this practical changes that we brought in the field. So design build has always tend, for some reason, tend to be more suitable for our environment or for our type of work in the construction industry and transportation here in the US. And also new technologies. I mentioned earlier that we use sensors. We use a lot of sensors nowadays. We have a smart traffic system, we call it, uh, and that all the states are focused on very much. We have systems that you don't even have to. We have facial recognition systems here on the highways if there's a criminal activities going on, so you don't have to worry about it. We have we don't have way stations anymore, so we have these fiber optic loops on the highways. Once a truck is passed over it, automatically it signals the weight, the height, and the length of the truck to the port authority or to the authorities that, hey, this truck is overweight or this truck is within the limit of the weight on the highway. If it's overweight, it gets pulled over by the troopers or by the police that, hey, why your truck is overweight on the project? Because the reason we take this weight seriously is all our bridges here in the US, the bridges have capacity. So we do not want to put a weight which is over the capacity of the bridge. Otherwise, it can be fatal. It's a safety concern. So that's why we take these things very seriously, and that's why we always implement new technologies in order to take care of these issues. And also, as I mentioned earlier, that we place a lot of sensors in the concrete to record the settlement of the piles, and also to give us an indication of if there's any void in the concrete. Because if there's voids in the concrete, then under the ground, especially, the water goes with inside the concrete and corrode or rust the steel. If the steel within the concrete is rusted or corroded, then we have a structure issue. We have a structure. We have what if it fails? And if it fails, all the weight is going to be collapsing. So that's why we rely a lot on the technology that we implement on every projects. And then of course we have plans for everything. We schedule everything in advance, and we also subcontract all this work with very experienced subcontractors. We make sure that those contractors have at least a few projects. They have done a few projects before until we contract with them to come do this job for us. So we make sure that they have proper experience in order to do these jobs. And of course, integrated coordinations, we make sure that our client, subcontractors, general contractors, suppliers, the QA, QC team, everybody have access to information at all time. As I mentioned earlier, we have these online portal systems. We have WhatsApp groups as well. So we try to use all the means of communication properly in order to inform all the parties involved in our projects at all time. If the information is not delivered on time, accurate, and properly to the parties, then a conflict arises at all time. So that's why we make sure that if the information submittals, for example, our submittals, our RFIs, our RFCs, requests for changes, requests for information, everything is, once it's approved, if there's a comment, We make sure that it is delivered to everybody on time, and we make sure the information is distributed to all the parties in the project. Otherwise, if I don't have enough information that what's happening in my project, then there's a problem. There's a conflict going to be happening. So we make sure that everything is happening, everything is done properly. All the parties are communicated, all the information is distributed to everybody. And then we have project documents. So this is one thing that I feel like all my projects, or most of the projects that we work on that is successful, is proper project documentation. This is very important in any project. If you are the brightest engineer, the brightest project manager, even if it's a project that you have a lot of budget, but if your project documentation is not done properly, your project is gonna fail. It's definitely doomed to fail, because documentation is one of the best things. So if you're a successful project manager and you do not do proper project documentation, nobody knows that how successful you are, how good you guys work. You have to be, your submittals have to be categorized properly. Your plans, approved plans, have to be categorized properly. Your requests for changes have to be done properly. Your daily reporting, your estimates, everything needs to be done, should be categorized properly, and all that information have to be available to the general contractors, to the subcontractors, to the clients, to the engineering team. Everybody has to, there should be, uh, the system is set up in a way that everybody have access to all this information. I cannot share my actually screens to you guys. I would show you everything, how accurately, how neatly we have actually categorized everything. But I will send you guys some links later so you guys can check it. So that's why documentation is the golden point in any project. Anything you do, if you do not document, you're doomed to failure. So that's my point. For example, we have material testing, we have certificates of material. Everything needs to be there. If you're doing testing and you do not document it, and let's say 6 months from now the government asks you for information and you do not have the documentation, what are you going to respond? You cannot respond to anything because you do not have documentation properly. Probably you have it, but it's stored somewhere in a folder that nobody knows where it is. So that's why you need to document it very clearly. There should we have actually a system for submittals. We have a naming system. We have links where it's stored, and now we have a list of people who can see what documents, because we do not give permission to everybody to have access to what we have. So that's also very important, because there is some information that we do not share with the contractors. There's some information we do not share with the subcontractors, with the engineers, with the government. So there's like rules in documentation that how we manage it. That's very important. I'm sure different countries, different states, and different even different companies have different styles of project documentation, which we learn it all by experience. We have to experience it. We have to work in the company in order to learn it. And also, the other item that we have here is the CPM, critical path method. This is very important. I think I already mentioned it a couple of times that if we do not update our schedules routinely, especially for me, I do it every day. Right now, the contractors are working in the field and my engineers are there. So at the end of the night, 3:30 in the morning, we finish the work. So, and I have by 4:30, I should have the reports in. I should have the reports in, and I review everybody's report. I see where they work, what did they do, what are the quantities, and did we meet the schedule? Did we meet the work breakdown structures, or did we meet the activities that was planned for tonight? If we do not meet the activities, I mentioned on the activities, for example, 60% complete for tonight. And then based on that information, I send it to the scheduler. The scheduler update the final schedule. And we do this every day, and also we update the master schedule every month at the end of the month. That's how we track our budget. That's how we track our quality. That's how we track our schedule, and that's how we track almost the whole progress on the project. Because CPM should not be changed at all when you start a project. The critical path method or the critical path in the schedule is the only thing that you want to reduce it, not extend it. So if you're a good project manager or if you have a good team, you want to finish the project faster and successful within time, quality, and budget, you need to reduce the CP critical path, not extend. If you extend, you lose time, you lose budget, and God forbid if the quality is affected. So that's very important. Next slide, please. Yeah, best practices. This is actually the project of one of this is the picture of one of my projects that we completed. And if you see, we have, I think this is 151 feet in length, in span. It's one span, 151 by 328. It's almost 50-meter long span. We completed this, and I had on my project only, I had 19 of these. Every single one of these gantries, we call it gantries actually, that is, it has antennas, it has a lot of sensors, it has a few cameras. All those white boards that you see, every single one of them has at least 10 to 12 cameras that they count the weight of the car, the height of the car, the length of the car, the speed of the car, the face of even the picture of the driver. And that's how the cars pay when they are on the highway. Before, they used to stop, take a ticket, and then go pay further. But now they don't even have to stop; they just pass, and then that's how the payment is processed. On the, if you guys see on the picture where the concrete is, inside the concrete we have so many sensors that it calculates the weight, it calculates the weight, it calculates even the type of the vehicle, because the vehicles pay when they are on the highway, they pay based on the type. What's the passenger type? What type of passenger car is it? What type of truck is it? Is it a 52-foot long truck or is it a mini truck? So there's so much technology, there's so much actually information involved in one of these pictures. And on the side, you see the building. That building is full of servers. There's so many servers in that building that is processing the data. If a car is going beyond the speed limit, which is 70 miles per hour, if it's going 85 miles per hour, it takes the picture of the driver, picture of the car, process, and it processes the ticket, send the ticket to their house. So there's so much technology involved in it. This project was one of the good projects that we had, and actually I can share with you guys, we won a award on this job as well. The award was Excellence in Partnership Award for Informal Partnering of 23 Engineering Excellence Platinum Award. Hello? Yeah, and also these are these are the pictures of different projects that I had over the years. That's the top right corner. There you guys see we are demolishing the old gantries that we used to stop, take a ticket, and go further, pay furthermore. And these are you guys remember I mentioned about the piles. So these are the actually the casings for the piles. So we drill the ground, we put these casings, we pour concrete, like, and there's like big giant cranes placing them, and there's like so many such a seamless procedure that we apply in order to place these piles in the ground. And there's a tolerance. Everything that we do in construction, we have a tolerance for these. I think it was less than 5 millimeters of tolerance. So if you look at 50 meters in the ground and half a centimeter's tolerance, that is very precise work. And my engineers, we have to measure everything in the field in order to meet the requirements. If it's not done properly, then the weight is distributed differently, and then it's not gonna do the job properly. And then we have, of course, on the top left corner, you see the trenches that we are placing drainage structures and stuff. And then at the end of the job, when the job is done properly, if you see the picture right in the middle top, we have to grow grass again. We call it hydro seeding. So this giant truck comes and actually place the seeding on the ground, and then we have to water it and make sure the environment is taken care of again, done properly. Next slide, please. Yeah, I think that this is it. So I hope I was able to uh, at least share some of my experience with you guys. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know, and make sure to speak louder, because for some reason the volume is very low on my computer. I don't hear well. So please ask any questions. If you have uh, any issues, or if you guys have worked in the projects before, please share your experiences with me. And I would be actually, I personally, because I've been a student with Lena in AIT, we always had people who worked previously in different projects. They always used to share their experiences. I personally loved that. And what I loved in their experiences, that they always used to, especially I remember this one guest speaker we had from Vietnam. He was trying to encourage us to go work for different international companies. I personally, I would like to encourage you guys to, once you're done with your master's or your bachelor's, please apply. There is like so many scholarships here in US. There's so many scholarships. Please apply for scholarships. Come to United States. Uh, experience the education in this country, experience the working culture in this country, and also experience the lifestyle of these people. Because US is, it's a beautiful country. There's so much things going on around the world. I'm sure everybody have their own political opinions and different opinions, but I always encourage you guys as students, please apply for different scholarships. If I can help you guys, you can always reach out to me through Lena, and then the other professors. I can help you guys as well. There's tons of opportunities all over the world. Please go outside your boundaries, experience different things in the world, and I'm sure you guys gonna have way more successful careers than myself and my other peers that I see and work with them every day. And I know Lena has told me you guys are very bright students, so I wish you guys good luck, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the future sometimes, inshallah. Alina,
Okay.
and you guys have any questions for me, other professors, please go forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, students, if you have any questions, that related to our topic also can.
By the way, thank you very much, Mr. Sepp, for your sharing experience. It's very real, and I believe that the student get a really good input from you, as
I hope so.
you share exactly what is the problem, what is the issues at on site. You know, that we never experience it, and the way you tell us is really what sometimes a simple problem, I mean a simple things become big problem.
I agree.
There is a ones like uh, we don't know how to solve sometimes, right? But so I have a question actually for you. As a PM so
Absolutely.
far, have you ever found a problem that cannot be solved at all? So what is your action? Is that
Yes,
cannot?
actually, I happen to remember this issue. I was this is when I was a bridge designer. I was designing this bridge
Mm-hmm.
that length of the piles were over 170 something feet in the ground, and then the height of the abutment was too much because the active earth pressure behind the abutment was too much. That was not able We were not able to design actually this
Oh.
abutment. So because the height of the abutment was almost 21 feet long, and this was beyond the limit that the specs would allow us. So as an engineer, I personally believe that there is no problem that cannot be solved. There is no
Yes.
problem in the world as an engineer.
Okay.
That's why we say we engineers we build the world. So
Problem
there is no
solver.
problem in
Yeah.
the world that we cannot find a solution. Or maybe we cannot find the solution right now, but a year or 6 months from now, we can definitely find a solution with better
Yeah.
researches, better studies. We can always find. So, but
Yeah.
actually, what happened is for this abutment wall, because it was too tall, that the earth pressure behind it was so much that we couldn't design it properly. What happened is we happened actually to find a solution for it. We designed couple anchors, uh, uh,
Mm.
cable anchors, that we anchored the abutment like 30 feet further with giant concrete blocks to hold the abutment back, and then the earth pressure was neutralized behind it. So we actually happened to find the solution for it, but it was
Mm.
so unconventional solution that nobody thought about it before.
I
But
see.
I think that bridge is still working properly after 10 years and it's
Okay.
still standing.
That's
And
great.
I hope nothing happens to it, inshallah, in the future.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. That's great. Okay. So yeah, you're right. We are engineer always become a problem solver. That's true.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay. Thank you for that sharing. Okay.
Yeah,
Student. Please. While waiting for the question, I think everyone have to turn on the camera so that we can take a photo. Yeah, Dr. Izati, how's your
Yeah.
student? Can they ask the questions? We allow them a mic already, so they can ask.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
If my rules of my class, they have to ask a question. If not, we cannot end the session. Please, student.
and
They
also
all
they
are
have to
shy.
turn on their cameras. We should see who is sleeping.
Yeah. True. Please, everyone, turn on the camera.
Yeah. So I already informed them to open the camera.
Do they have,
Uh, yeah.
are they restricted or not? Do they have permission to
Mm,
open?
No.
I already allow them.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, there
Mm.
should be no problem.
Yeah. Because some of the student they sharing the same device, the laptop.
Yeah. Uh, so where's the questions? Does they listen or not?
I think they can open the mic, right?
If not, they can even what they call text. I mean chat. I think even
Yeah,
cannot. They can
I think
ask in the WhatsApp group too if they want. So should be no excuses. This is a very simple problem, okay? Compare than how you want to manage a project in the future.
project.
So please, how's your student? What they are doing just now? Why no question at all? Okay, so can turn on the camera? I cannot see everyone. Please, we invited a
Hafiz,
speaker from what I call from the US. Uh, okay, now I can see. Okay, Wafika, ask a question. Just because you turn on the camera.
There's only one student.
No, they all are
please
students. Okay, huh?
please open the camera.
Okay,
So that's why we having the physical class. If you have the online class, so they really, have the feedback.
No, my class, even though online or physical, are the same. The same mode. Because I always ask them or force them, you know. Okay,
But
hurry up. Yes, please.
please, it's
Don't
already 10:47 right now.
don't make me shameful with Mr. Sap. I make it a special invitation for him, and he's a very busy person because he's a project manager for the multi
Million.
million project. And now you give me this, or because this not my student, Sep. So please understand, okay? If my student, they all are finished, I think.
Because I
We all
cannot,
know how students are. No, no,
yeah.
no, no issue.
Okay, please turn on the camera. That's only I want to everyone do that now because we need to take a photo. Where is others, please? Muhammad Hafiz,
Professor
ask a
Noor, are
question.
these students bachelor students or they're master students?
Bachelor students, bachelor
They're bachelor
students.
students. Good.
Yeah.
Civil
Semester.
engineering.
Yeah.
Yes,
Civil engineering.
Perfect.
Steven.
They are now in fifth semester. Fifth
Oh, they're in
semester.
fifth semester. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember when I
Already.
was in bachelor. I graduated in 2009 from my bachelor.
Okay.
Yeah, quite a long.
Long, quite long. They're already in year 2, year 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, year 3.
About third year, yeah.
Yeah.
So over there is like 10:30, right? 10:49 p.m.
I think some
And
students, yes, 10:49. Some students says that they do not have permission to open their cameras.
oh really? Who's that? MH. Yeah, some student with.
Yeah, I think we are just 12 hours time difference. You guys
Yeah.
are 10,
Morning.
10:50 in the morning. It's 10:50
Yeah.
at night for me.
Yeah. Oh, Dr. Lina is in the call. Yeah, is it okay right now?
Those who allow, please turn on. Okay, yeah. Where's the rest? Forgive me, Mr. Sap.
For,
That's totally fine.
forgive me too as the lecturer. Because
You know how
the
That's
you
other
fine.
know.
It reminded me of when I was a student.
That's why I thought you are
But I always listen
you
to my
were.
professors.
Oh yeah. Just like I yeah, actually for everyone actually I didn't know that my senior he was my senior, okay, because he's done master during my PhD. So he was one semester earlier. Then
Nice.
I came. Yeah, so I thought he just like that, you know, like you guys. Lazy, and then just but he's smart actually. Now I know he really smart actually. He likes what they call super talented and very doing well in his professional job. I really proud with my friends, okay, and my other friends too. Is good, okay. And luckily I can reach him again.
Yeah, no,
If
absolutely.
not,
Anytime. If you guys have any
yeah,
questions or any concerns,
yeah.
please let me know. Let me ask a
Okay.
question from Mohammed Danish.
Mm-hmm.
What is Danish? What's your favorite subject in school?
Ah. No subject. Danish. Is it Danish, right? Ah.
Ganesh,
Open
yeah.
your mic.
Yes.
Ah. So what is your favorite?
Think right now.
Huh. Easy
Mm,
questions. How you want to become project manager?
Yeah,
Like
for me
this?
personally, it was structure design. I really
Oh.
like concrete one, concrete two, structures, statics analysis.
Oh. Ah. Danish, you didn't answer the questions. Now you know how Malaysian student looks like, huh?
Does your students speak English? Do they speak English?
Yeah, our
yes.
institute,
All
yes.
the
They speak
lectures.
Okay,
English.
Yeah,
I
all
thought maybe
the
they have problems speaking English. That's
no,
why.
no. All the
Yes,
lectures, the syllabus, the final exam, the
all
assignment,
are
the
in
projects,
English.
all in
Yeah.
English.
Okay, okay.
You might be surprised.
So,
I don't know why.
Wakaka, what's your favorite subject?
Huh.
Okay. I guess my favorite subject is water.
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 What is it?
Oh, okay. Water. What? Water. So
Oh,
many
water
water.
management.
That's
Okay,
why.
good.
Water engineering.
Water resource.
Water
Oh, okay.
engineering.
Water
Okay,
resource. Okay.
perfect,
Yeah.
perfect.
Water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had a
we have
subject
for.
called irrigation engineering, hydraulics. These were water-related subjects.
Mm.
Good.
Okay.
True.
So if you
So
guys don't have any question for me, I'm getting a lot of calls from the guys in the
Okay.
field.
So can we take a photo? And I'm waiting for them, but what we do have, like, I think I have to screenshot this one. Yeah. Like I said, Mr. said very busy. Okay. So please turn on now. Okay. We really appreciate your time. Okay. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, smile. All right. Okay. One more. Others, please. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right. Okay. So, thank you again, Mr. Sepp. Okay, for your time.
Anytime.
Inshallah, in the future we will have a collaboration again. And send regards to your family, by the way.
Thank you,
Okay.
Dr. Lina. Thank you, Dr.
Have a
Noor,
nice
and thank you, the
day.
students, for
yeah.
listening and bearing
All right.
on me. I talked a lot. I hope I didn't
It,
make you
it's
guys
great.
fall asleep.
It's
No,
great.
no. It's great. Very
Take care.
great.
You guys have a good day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. All
Okay.
right.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Allah Hafiz.
Salam. Okay. What happened to you guys?
Hey, Dr. Zati.
Tapi dia ada group, 4 groups. Tak boleh lah nak message sebab dia ada lecturer kan.
Oh.
So, okay. So, is it you still
Oh,
recording?
faham.
Is it
Okay,
you still recording?
I have to stop it. How?
Yeah.
Have to stop. Maybe end the event, then I can stop. Okay, thank you everyone. Bye. I have a FYP presentation.
Okay. Okay. So, thank you so much, Dr. Lina.
Okay. All right.
Thank you also, everyone.